And get to this new game. One more surprise for you. As you can see, my avatar is covered. I like the dinosaur avatar so much that I decided to refresh my English avatar as well, and as the same artist for an upgrade to my English self. So once again, through magic of editing, ta-da! This is how I look like. I know that it might be a little bit smaller in some areas, but there's like half of my body right now, including the tail, so I think it's actually pretty damn cool. And now, with the introduction out of the way, welcome to Shadows Over Loathing. And yes, that is a sequel to West of Loathing. It takes place, I believe, 20 years in the future. And we will even see one friendly face. Also, another good thing that I want to say, my, let's say, experience with text-based games earlier gave me enough confidence boost to actually read everything that the characters are going to talk. So, there it is. Nice. WASD, moving companies, how we move. This smells like a diner, and it smells like they're open. Hopefully they don't have a no shit, no shoes magazine stuck to your face, no service sign posted. Let's go inside. The Nightingale welcomes all travelers. Nice. Is the bathroom, probably? Go inside. Yeah, we have to go in here. Because you blunder your way into the bathroom and eventually find the sink. After fumbling with a faucet for a while, you manage to disentangle yourself from the magazine. You stare into the mirror, revealing... Yes? Okay, so how do we look like? Let's go with... Let's go with this one. There you are. Leave the bathroom. Try coffee, you'll like it eventually. I tried, I couldn't get myself to like I chug energy drinks like no tomorrow, but coffee for some reason, yeah. Oh, they got one of those new meat-operated multi-selection phonographs, or jukeboxes as the kids call them. Neat! Hey, there's something in the coin return. You gain 1 meat. I still wonder how... Maybe they are just meat-shaped coins, something like that. That would be pretty cool. A couple of older folks are having an animated discussion. Well, one of them is... The way these young women act these days with their short hair and the sassy talk and the dresses that don't even cover their ankles? It's scandalous. And those dances they do flailing around like I don't know what. I'd have thought Provision would have put the kibosh on that sort of tomfoolery, but no sir. Can't imagine dancing the waltz to the music they're playing nowadays though. And that's the problem right there. This newfangled jazz music with all the drums and clarinets and such. What kind of word is that anyway? Jazz. I know our cups get switched. You're supposed to be drinking decaf. Fair enough. But to be honest, older generations have always been complaining about the younger ones. I think one of the oldest texts still written in cuneiform from Babylon was also a letter about someone complaining about the youngs of these days. So that's a generational thing. A couple of young women are chatting breezily over coffee. Hey kid, what town is this? Poughkeepsie. Are you two traveling? Yeah, Ocean City's turning into a real salmon, so we boosted for jelly beans breezing for a weekend whirl to the hot potato. Oh bosh, why you make it sound like we went south with it? I flew a kite, everything's Jake. I know that I'm reading all this stuff, but I have no idea what am I reading. Is this like some actual legit 20s lingo? Geez, I'm pretty sure I'm only 3 or 4 years older than you too, but I barely understand what you're saying. What are you, a cancelled stand? Go put some pepper in your shoes. Yeah, I'll try that. No, thank you. The sign says meat only, no credit. Well, hello there. I'm Ethel. Enter a different. You know what? I'm terrible with first names or just naming characters in general, so I'm going to go with what the game gives me. Let's go with Vivian Taylor. Vivian who? Vivian Taylor. Nice to meet you, Vivian Taylor. What can I get you? Can I get a cup of coffee? You sure can. Best cup of coffee in the state, if I may say so myself. There'll be one meat. Yeah, that's one of the things that's incredibly unrealistic with this game. As I played it a couple of times, I still haven't gotten all the achievements. I just wanted to show it off because the game itself is fantastic. But yeah, the most unrealistic thing here is not the magic, but the fact that there was actual currency deflation. So when stuff in West of Loathing could cost hundreds and thousands of meat, the prices here are dialed down significantly. Great, to go, please. It'll pause here, steaming hot cup of fresh black java. You got an item, diner coffee. Paper cup of fresh black coffee. It smells better than any coffee I've ever had on this trip. Anything else, hon? Does the bus to Ocean City pick up here? Sure does. She'll be here any minute. Good thing, too. I hear we're in for rain tonight. What takes you to Ocean City? My uncle lives there. I got a letter from him. He wants me to help him with something. It's a reason, hon, but it's somebody else's reason. What's your reason? Ethan locks eyes with you. And this is where we can get a couple of perks. Like, I just really want to help. I got in some trouble back home. I'm searching for something. I'm just seeking my fortune. I know, I got in some trouble back home, so I got the checkered past perk, which allowed me to be a little bit more aggressive, but let's go with something else. I'm searching for something. I see. Do you know what it is you're looking for? No, that's the problem. Okay, let's go with this one. Lost soul. Okay, you don't know what you're looking for, and you're not sure how you'll know when you find it. Okay, very helpful, thank you. Well, I'm sure you'll figure out. Thanks. Nice. This man is concentrating very hard on his coffee. Let's have a talk. Hey there, is there something particularly interesting about that coffee? It's my first one. Of the day? No, it's my first coffee ever. Oh, what do you think? I think it's a bad beverage. It's bitter and it makes my stomach hurt. Oh, well, it's not for everybody, I suppose. Yeah, I think I'll have another one after this, though. And then maybe every morning for the rest of my life. You have no idea how true it is to some people who enjoy coffee. Or quote-unquote enjoy. Okay, let's get out. And now, time for a rather lengthy cutscene, which we cannot skip. You pull out the letter you got from Uncle Murray and read it again. And by the way, yes, this is a giant spoiler, yeah, quote-unquote spoiler. Uncle Murray is the same dude from Dirtwater that opened up Murray's oddities after you saved him from one of the mines. So that's exactly that Murray. Murray Morris, CEO Murray's Antiques, 111 Plunkett Street, Ocean City. Dear Vivian, I hope this letter finds you well, and I hope it finds you quickly. Something quite serious has happened, and I need the help of your adventuresome spirit. Come to my shop in Ocean City as soon as you are able, please. Your Uncle Murray. Okay, let's put the letter away. And yes. You're just about to go mad from the monotony of this ride when the bus suddenly jutters to a stop. You look out the window expecting to see sights and sounds of Ocean City, but instead you see an endless expanse of extremely wet trees. Yeah, indeed. Ocean City 6 miles. W. Willis and Co. bus lanes take a joyride. Yeah, you wouldn't make a dog walk 6 miles in this rain no matter how bad it wanted to, so yeah. Talk to the bus driver. Before you talk to the bus driver, I, the narrator, am interrupting because I see that you've played through this bit before. Would you like to skip the prologue? If you do, you will go directly to Ocean City with 19 meat, 55 experience points, and any items you kept in your previous prologue playthroughs, PPPs. Normally I do, but no, I'd like to do the prologue again. What's going on? This doesn't look like Ocean City. Nope, sorry about this, but we're out of gas. Ah, jeez, you didn't fill up before we left? I filled up the bus, but this trip takes exactly one full tank of gas. Can't see an empty gas can. Plus one additional can. It's a crude device, but at least keeping your gas loose on the ground. Swell. Why do I have to go get it? Well, I'd go myself, except for two reasons. Those being, firstly, being as I'm the bus driver, I'm legally responsible for this bus. I gotta keep an eye on it. And secondly, because of my leg. What's wrong with your leg? It's attached to a fellow that doesn't want to go wandering around in the rain at night. You too, fuck you, buddy. Well, alright then. Guess I haven't got much choice. Can I borrow your umbrella at least? This is a left-handed umbrella. I am left-handed, as it happens. But you aren't registered to my umbrella insurance. Nuts. Dude, you're such an unhelpful dickwad. Sorry about that. Here, I do have a flashlight you can use, though. Good luck. Gee, thanks. And drink Red Cola. Protect your family. An old billboard from before the war. Of course. Helco gas. Okay, this pump is full of water instead of gas. This gas pump is empty. There's a little bit of gas left in this pump, but there's no hose on it, so I need a hose. Seems like just yesterday the gas only cost 6 and 15 of 64 actually meet a gallon. Ah, those were the days. Really? I invite you to come to my country. Believe me, the prices are way worse. This station seems to have run out of service, but what do we have here? Either out of postcards or all the scenery around here is invisible. There's one object left unstashed. Let's take a cheese loaf. Ew, nobody in the right mind would consider this vile substance a snack. You'd be surprised. Empty oil cans, a whole pyramid of them. Okay, definitely gonna grab myself a baseball bat, a classic dirt water slugger. This, you can either take somebody out of the ballgame or just take them out. There's a muscle plus 1 physical damage. Another thing that happened in this game is that stats got squished because earlier you could go into hundreds if you put a lot of time into grinding. Now you cannot do this. It's pretty darn cool. It's still, I mean, the game doesn't turn like super difficult, but you won't be able to like cheese through everything with ease. We had a cash register pointed toward the front of the store. Let's load it. 7 meat, thank you. Sign says employees only. Are you an employee? Yes. Really? You never mentioned working at a gas station? Yes, really. Well, okay, if you say so. A broken radio. A desk presumably optimized for doing gasoline-related business. 4 of the drawers contain nothing but all receipts and pencil stubs. The 5th one is locked. I think I need a key. If a broken radio can still be considered nice, this is a pretty nice radio. This shelf smells like axle grease and old paint, probably because that's what's on it. This shelf is laden with miscellaneous electrical widgets and doodads. You don't have any use for any of them though. This shelf is full of old personal files. Look up Vivian Taylor. I'll be down. Here's your file. You do work here. You got an gas station personal file. Sorry I ever doubted you. Yeah, I loved it. This is a recurring bit throughout the entire game. Each object that you examine on the shelf is dirtier and more boring than the one you looked at before. It's some kind of weird machine. Figure it out mysticality? No, not yet. Control for the car lift. You really want to know the story behind this sign. Stand clear of lift before operating, Steve. As advertised, this is a box containing one fuse. However, the fuse is broken, which is probably not intended. Should keep an eye out for a replacement. There must be one around here somewhere. Probably not in this building. Yeah, not in campus. It must not have power, so I need to replace the fuse box. I mean the fuse in the fuse box. And against optional boxing gym. You don't have to fight if you don't want to. Just like the most passive advertisement I've seen, you're good to know it's not compulsory. I like it actually. A miserable looking hitchhiker standing in the rain, listlessly sticking out her thumb. Let's have a talk. Hi there. Her head turns very slowly to face you, and her eyes don't quite meet yours. Can you give me a lift? I need to get to Albany. Sorry, I'm going the other way. Oh. Also, I don't have a car. Oh. What's your name? I'm Vivian. Lydia. Nice to meet you, Lydia, although I admit the circumstances aren't great. So what's in Albany? Do you know where I can get some gas? Okay, I'll go with this. Do you know where I can get some gas? Gas? The bus I was on ran out. And the driver said me to find some more. Bus? Yeah, I'm trying to get to Ocean City. I've never been there. Well, okay then. So, what's in Albany? Do you have family there? No, I just want to go somewhere new. Albany isn't new though, it's one of the oldest cities in the country. Okay, that's fair. How about this rain, huh? Lydia looks very slightly surprised and glances around slowly. Oh, it's raining. Yeah, it sure is. What a night to be stuck out on the road, right? I hadn't noticed. I get the feeling you aren't much of a noticer. Well, anyway, let's make this awkward. Seen any good movies lately? I saw Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde at the Nickelodeon. Oh, that's a classic. What did you think? It was very scary. I liked it. I prefer comedies myself. Have you seen the new Buster Keaton one, The Cameraman? I don't know who that is. Oh, he's great. You have to see Sheldon Jr. That's my favorite. And once again, we are met with 3 dots. Really, really terrific. Read any good books lately? I read The Invisible Man. It was really good. Oh yeah, A.G. Wells is great. Have you read this new one? The War in the Air? I didn't care for it. The one I'm thinking of is Mr. Something on Something Island. I'll forget the name, but it was terrible. Sally works out the best, like the time machine. Yeah, I love this one. I'm glad we're able to find something we can connect on with, yeah. Yeah, okay, bye, good luck. That's, I'm not doing this anymore. This field is extremely corny. You? Yeah, I didn't want to be unfriendly, but this is a private residence that you all just bought into. Oh geez, sorry everything's so desolate outside. I guess I just assumed this place was abandoned. Well, come morning, you'll be right, so you might as well get in out of the rain for a spell. Thanks. My name is Vivian Taylor. Howdy, Vivian. I'm Elias. Elias Chekhov. Make yourself at home. Let's take a look. Okay, bears? Ask about them. Are these boxes really full of bears? Nah, those boxes are all canned pears. I had a little fun writing labels, is all. You want a can? I got one left that didn't fit. Okay, Bibson's extra sweet pears. Increases your mysticality by 1. Okay, thank you. There's a weird device on top of this box. What's this funny looking thing? That's a duck call. What's it for? It's for calling ducks? Oh, fun. Used to be. Don't work anymore. On account being haunted. Haunted? Yeah, well, not exactly. A bunch of spiders got in there and now it sounds all scary and you blow it. I see. If you wanted to see us, gingerly take the duck call, trying very hard not to think about spiders. I hate this, yeah. I already said this many times, I absolutely loathe spiders. I'm pretty sure this duck was haunted, but you can't remember the story of how it got that way. Yeah, let's forget it. It was spiders. Good job. Okay, let's ask about the rifle. Are you leaving this rifle behind? Yep. How come? Well, it's a varmint rifle, and where I'm going, there aren't any varmints. There's vermin to be sure, and critters and such like that, but the almanac doesn't list any examples of a varmint. Well, varmint, if you know what I mean. I don't think I know what you mean. No need to fret over it right now in any case. The gun is for later. Later? Yep, much later. Okay. Okay. These boxes are labeled gears. What's for the boxes of gears? My daughter Simone left those behind when she went off to school. I figured I should keep them for her. That makes sense. Tears? Wait, are these boxes of tears or tears? Don't be ridiculous. I can't put neither one of them in boxes. That don't make any kind of sense. Hey, right. Tears, tears. Only when I'm trying to, spell it out, let's say, realize how freaking ridiculous English language can be at times. Kitchen's incorporated brand kitchen sink. A collection of stains makes it home. Home on a range. Shares. What's in here? Stocks? Scissors. That's not how you... Okay. Class rings. This is a very large box, considering that most people own either 0 or 1 class ring. Is this box really full of class rings? Yep, about 140 of them. Did you go to college 140 times? Yeah, nah, close enough. I just collect them as all. Why? Well, they're rare, but not very rare. They're all different in interesting ways, and they're shiny. They're just the collecting trifecta. Oh, okay then. I have one. Okay, this door is locked. What's for this door? Oh, that's my daughter Simone's room. She left for college. Hopefully she ain't left anything important in there, cause I long forgot how to work the crazy lock she invented. I see. Farmer's daughter's bedroom's door's locked. Okay, let's see if I can use the bathroom. There's your bathroom. Sure, how did you know that door was bathroom though? I've always had a knack for knowing which doors led to the bathrooms, is all. Well, good for you, I guess. Now let's take a look into the mirror, gaze into it. Let's smile, thank you. The mirrors can be used only for actually, smiling. Or not exactly smiling, change your expression. A vicious claw for the bathtub. You flushed Chekhov's toilet hoping it would come back to haunt you later. Ha! This door looks like it hasn't been used in a while. Where does this door lead, I ask you? Spare bedroom? Ain't been used in forever. I didn't even bother opening doors since the dust devil got in there. Feel free to help yourself, though I doubt you'll find much use. A dust devil? Yeah, those critters real nuisance around here. They're attracted to bears that ain't been cleaned down properly, and since I lost my broom back in 26, it's been a real, what Simone called it, a nutrient-rich environment. Ornery little beast, real territorial. Okay, I'll be careful. I'll get to this button in just a moment. First, let's head outside. You'd have to be impenetrably dense to wander into these woods, of course. Barn doors are locked. We'll get to this in a bit. There's nothing in the clothesline except a pair of socks and an old gun. Let's go with the gun, thank you. That scarecrow is a bit more intimidating than usual. The crows around here must be real aggressive. Ah, right, okay, it's, yeah, it has a gun. Of course it does. Show it you ain't scared. I wanted to check if I have everything, equipped, but yeah. Okay, first thing first, pick up a rock and throw it at the shoot crow, dealing 2 physical damage. Using a skill that costs an action point does not end your turn, so like it was in West of Loathing. The only difference is that right now we get way less action points. Pick up rock. Okay, so let's try again. I feel like this thing is going to actually win with me. That thing really shut the crowd out of you. Yeah, oof. Also, I feel like I'm missing... Alright, the combat sounds have turned off. Okay, let's turn them back on. I will get to the crowd in just a bit, because there is a way to defeat him, but... Okay, so moving out. Yep, I finished packs. I'm just waiting for the movers to come and take this last load of stuff. Movers coming in the middle of the night? Not in the morning, but I went and packed my teddy bear and forgot which box he's in. Can't sleep. I see. Why are you leaving? Well, my daughter went off to college, so there's nothing keeping me here. I never practically cared for farming anyhow. Just kind of fell into it, you know? So I reckon I'd take the opportunity to retire and travel a bit. See what kind of trouble I can get up to. Nice! So, what's the story? What are you doing out in the night like this? I got a letter from my Uncle Murray. It sounded urgent, so I hopped in a bus to Ocean City. I ain't sure how to tell this, but you got a ways to go yet. Yeah, the bus ran out of gas, so the driver sent me to scavenge for some more. I gotcha. Well, I think there's an old gas can in the barn out back. You're welcome to it. Thanks. I gotta warn you though, you'll have to fight my daughter for it. What? Well, technically I should say my daughter's monster. What? It's a thing my daughter Simone built. What? See, my kid's a real technical whiz. She built an utter ominous rubble craption to help with blowing and harvesting and the like. Worked real nice too. Wow. Problem is, after she let it blow a water tube and got violent, I'm pretty sure it's machinery. But when it comes to these newfangled electrics, I might as well be a dog trying to read Plato. So I locked it in the barn. Uh-huh, I see. You're looking to try your hand against it if you mind to. Oh, please be careful. It's got a lot of sharp bits on it. Here's the key. Thank you, let's try. Basically, you can defeat every single enemy in the prologue, but you need to, let's say, get good at this. The basic skills cost 15 points. Okay, so not yet. I cannot upgrade this just yet, but I can definitely help myself to this. This must be the farmer's daughter's fishing rod. She won't miss it yet soon. Definitely taking this. I have a recurring nightmare about searching for something in one of these. Yeah, probably a needle. Okay, let's see if I'll get my ass handed to myself or... Okay, it only has 4 half points, so definitely... Let's throw a rock. And... boom. Simone's monster is not just a pile of parts on the floor. Thank you for 5 experience buff. You got enough XP now to learn a skill. Open the character sheet via the icon in the top right, or hit C. Rest in parts. Okay, what do we have here? What can I get? You know what? I'm not going to get anything just yet. Because I'm not sure which stats I'm going to need. It's a Warwick for welding. But I think I got... Yeah, I think I got this Moxie. Okay. Got my gas can. Welding gloves. So, extra hot armor. Are they equipped? Okay, they are already equipped. Good. But I need to check which... Right. I need to get the rusty pistol because now that I have 1 extra Moxie, I probably should utilize weapons that use Moxie. I'll try this character right now. First thing first, throw a rock and shoot. Right, I completely... At first I thought that the bird is healing you up, but that's not this companion, because right now you have companions. The bird will just randomly increase one of your stats, so... It can be really good if the RNG is in your favor, or it can be terrible if it will focus on the one that you're not using. Anyways, we managed. Just a regular scarecrow with a gun. What do we have here? It's an old tractor, an old rag shoved in where the gas cap should be. Pull the rag out. We pull the rag out and smear the tank. Smells like there's little gas left in there. Let's collect it. Dip the rag into the gas tank, soak up all the gas, then wring it out into your can. Can you imagine the smell? Okay, so let's get back. We still have quite a little bit left. Wait, did I pick everything over there? I need to be like 100% sure that I did not leave anything behind. I will try to force that thing open in just a bit. Hey, Elias, what can I do for you? Tell him about the scarecrow. I had to beat up your scarecrow. Sorry. I was leaving it behind anyhow. But why did you go and do a thing like that for? It shot at me with a gun. Oh, alright. Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable then. Yeah, things did not get normal over here. This turtle is stuck on his back. Why aren't you helping it? I am helping it. There you go, buddy. Enjoy blue call. The honorable choice. Of course, so red versus blue still going on. Who do we have here? Cheerful looking hobo tunes idly on a harmonica. Let's interrupt him. Hi, I'm Vivian. Well, howdy there, neighbor. I'm Howie. Pleased to meet you. I'm not actually from around here, though. Well, the way I see it, this whole country is my home, so everybody is my neighbor. Oh, that's nice. Either that or they're all trespassers who would better get off my property. Just joshing your friend. Have some jerky? What kind? Clam. It's local delicacy. Huh. I know that with me being a Yinglet, I should go like, oh yeah, this is awesome, but no, clams are not my thing, but sure, I'll have some jerky. Yeah, increases your muscle. There you are. Can't buy this stuff myself, like eating a dried slug but saltier. Don't think of it, that's exactly what it is. I mean, yeah, technically, clam is like, it's like a slug but in a shell in water. Makes sense. You're really selling me on this local delicacy. If you ask me, the locals are a little bit weird. Okay. Where are you from? Originally, I'm from Hawaii. I got bored of gorgeous tropical beaches and decided to hit the rails. You rode the rails from Hawaii. Yeah, real challenging trip for a first-time hobo, but I made it through alright. Why would you want to leave a place like that? You ever think of going back? They only got one track there, so it's a one-way trip. I might head back for a visit once they've built a second one, though. Huh. Do you live here? Not permanently, but I've been camped out here for a few days. All alone? Well, it used to be a bit livelier, but the bosses sent a railroad bull to ruin everybody off. Railroad bull? You mean like a cop? Yeah, you could say that. I think he's still prowling around our back if you care to test your metal. I don't advise it, though. Is he packing heat? No, he's an arm. But one of your arms might make a pretty good club once he gets it off ya. Right, thanks. Any plans for the future? Well, word on the wall is that there's a camp forming in Ocean City. I figure I'll mosey on over there once the spring lets up. Word on the wall? I never had heard that phrase. Is it like through the grapevine? Ha, similar. I see. Ask about the knapsack. Is this knapsack your only luggage? Oh, that ain't mine. That's been here since before I arrived myself. Nobody been able to work out how to open the damn thing. If you can figure out the trick, you're welcome to. Inspect the bag. It appears to be latched shut with one of those puzzles made out of bent nails and steel wire. How it wasn't just harmonic paying Dixie. Okay, leave it alone for now. Okay, what do you have here? There's something in there. Reach in and grab it. Crowbar, nice. This is not the indicated use of those gloves, you know. Yeah, this is a tool for prying things up and like door to a sound for ravens, or crate containing a tiny tavern for magpies, or the boarded up window of a speakeasy for jackdaws. You get it. Some incomprehensible glyphs are scrawled on the wall of the boxcart. This is the hobo code, which we will get to learn later. Okay, let's collect the fuel, but we are still not done. Okay, this door is extremely heavy. Force it open. Do I have enough? Wait, first thing first, let's take a look at the food. Mysticality, but there should be one more cheese loaf. Increases your moxie by 1. So now I have 3 moxie. Little silver key. This is the kind of key that might open file cabinet or desk drawer or some other boring office thing. Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of running back and forth. We had a lot of nice things about Topeka, but not 1,200 miles worth of nice things. And so it's quite a bit away from where we started our first adventure. But now that I have a silver key... Hello? There's a weird flag where Lydia was standing. Okay. Historic site. At this exact spot on the 13th of October 1908, the state's first mass-produced automobile, a Ford Model T purchased by Hiram O. Crones, accidentally struck and killed the state's first hitchhiker, Lydia Barnsley. Of course. So apparently that woman you talked a few minutes ago had been dead for exactly 20 years. Good! So, everything about this is great, and you aren't regretting this trip before you even arrived. Go on about your normal, non-haunted day. Time to get inside and get the last bit. You got an item gas pump hose. Nice, thank you. And pump some gas. You got an item 133% full gas can. Yes, we can break the laws of Euclidean physics. And I'm still not done. Now, if I am not mistaken, I should have some extra stuff for muscle. Yes, and I have to replace my stats, so this works. I mean, it works a little bit better. In West of Loathing, you could get more and more stuff, so that's cool, but you were limited by how much a stomach would fit. And here you can eat as much as you want, just one effect is going to replace another. There's a carving on a trunk of this tree. It says how he looks playing the harmonica. Aww. Harmonica's played a sheet of healthy linoleum on the ground here in an effort to lend legitimacy to this outdoor kitchen. The stew in this pot is beyond help, but you could probably salvage the ladle. Hey, this isn't a ladle, it's a spatula. No wonder the stew's so messed up. Yeah, magical weapon. This spatula has been used hard and cleaned never. Someone left a perfectly good mason jar full of gasoline in here. Nice, yet 166% full gas can. Let's see if I'll be able to take this dude on. Okay, first a rock, and now let's shoot. Okay, and the bird increased my moxie, so it's even better. But first I'm gonna throw a rock just in case. Boom, done. Excellent, what do we have here? A 1911 Ford milk crate for wheels. That model never really seemed to take off. Oh look, it has a gas can on it. Help yourself, thank you. Yeah, the gas to your can, because you can. You got an item, 200% full gas can. And as far as I'm aware, I can go even further. What can I do for ya? I've dealt with that railroad bull for you. You did? Well, now that's a real service to the hobo community. I ain't got anything to offer you as a reward, but I surely won't forget this. No problem, Howie. Later, dude. Okay, now let's see what I can get. I still need a couple more things. Let's see if I'll be able to pry this open in the barn. No, I need 3 muscles, so I will not be able to do this one. Unfortunately. So the only thing that I have left, let's see if I'll be able to... The Rustler of Darkness, the Riders of Revenge, the Cattlemen of the West, Horses of the Night. Oh, nice. This one looks like it's worth a read. The Handgun's Tale. Unlocks advanced quick shooting techniques. The story is pretty boring, but I can see some very technically complex descriptions of advanced shooting techniques. I would need higher mysticality, no thanks. 10 meat, thank you. Okay, will I be able to? Might as well try. Nothing happens if I lose the fights. Absolutely nothing happens if I lose the fights. There is no penalty like in West of Loathing. But unfortunately, it seems that I am not tough enough. I know that you can defeat this dude, but I don't think I have what it takes. One way or another, I have a can full of stuff. Let's say where can I just... No, I cannot do anything over here. Just want to check if I'll be able to do anything in here. Figure it out. Mysticality. No, my mysticality is just 1. And I do not have the fuel box, so unfortunately I wasn't able to do every single thing that is to do in here. It's possible to do everything at once, but you have to juggle things left and right. That's still not that bad. What do we have here? This doesn't seem to be heading to Ocean City too. At this rate it might beat you there. Let's take the turtle. And let's name you in a standard way. Okay, and this thing is actually killing me, trying to counter with his random wounded ally by his mysticality. That's nice. But never mind, I got my can. Hey there friend, any luck with the gas? You showed it out your gas can. Well, here's gas can. Well, this game doesn't usually hold that much gas. Not sure how you did that. Well, whatever. I'm ready to hit the road. Yeah, let's get out of here. And with that, we're on our way, all aboard. Climb back on the bus and return to your seat, and soon you're dozing off to the sound of rain spattering on the window beside you. Unfortunately, it's barely an approximation of sleep. Sort of sleep that you slip into so gradually that you don't even know you're asleep until something wakes you up. That actually makes sense. It happens. Plunkett Street, and you realize that your meandering thoughts of the past few minutes have been utterly strange, shadowy tendrils of whispering ideas. Hey kid, this is your stop, right? That I know, totally forgotten. Well, all ashore what's gone ashore. Thanks for traveling Willis Bus Company. Okay. So technically, this is where we should go, but let's go left first. This hobo seems wholly unperturbed by the rain. Nice weather we're having. He smiles and looks up and lets the rain splash on his face for a while. That suits me just fine. Wise man once said, rain falls on poor men and rich men alike. Was that before umbrellas were invented, or... My name's Gus, by the way. Hi, I'm Vivian. Pleased to meet you, Vivian. Say, you wouldn't have a couple of meat to spare, would you? Sure. Let's be nice to these guys. Slip Gus some meat and he beams. Thank you very much, Vivian. Old Gus won't forget your kindness, you bet. Take her easy, Gus. You can be either a complete dick to the hobos, or you can be really pleasant to them. That is entirely up to you. And let's get some extra muscle. Okay, let's dig through it. What do we have? Cheap cologne. Nice. But not just yet. Yeah, like I said, you can be either a complete dick to the hobos, or you can be really nice to them. It has a big impact, so yeah. The bell of the door jangles as you walk into Murray's Antiques. The young woman at the counter looks up as you enter. Oh, hi, it must be Vivian. We don't get many customers at this time of night, or at all, really. That's me. You're expecting me? Yeah, Murray didn't say much about you, but he gave me that letter to mail. My name's Jessica. Oh, geez, you're soaking wet. Come on and I'll get you a towel. You walk over to the counter, trying not to drip on any vintage bric-a-brac as Jessica grabs a threadbare bath towel from a shelf and pulls the tag off before tossing it to you. Thanks. Is Uncle Murray here? His letter wasn't very specific. He isn't. He said that in kind of an ominous way. Where is he? Jessica sighs. I wish I knew. He had a line on another artifact and said it was gonna be a tough one. I told him he should get some backup, but he wasn't willing to wait. He just rolled that letter and told me to mail it if he didn't come back. Is there something I'm missing here? This is an antique shop, right? You make trying to talk Greta on Ruthie into selling her mother's Chesterfield sound like a deadly spy mission. Yeah, this is gonna take some explaining. Well, I'm definitely intrigued now. We don't have a lot of time just now, but follow me now, I'll give you a quick sketch. Okay? Jessica leads you into a back room furnished with some desks and some strange-looking machinery. Welcome to our back office, the hub of our little operation. I'm guessing by operation you're talking about something other than antiques? Well, yes and no. See, a few years ago Murray found out that there's a bunch of antiques circulating that are, well, hinky would be a real understatement. Hinky? Murray called them tainted, dark magic, real bad mojo, cursed. Are you serious? It's no joke. That's what a real job is here. The antique store is just, well, not exactly a front. We find a lot of regular antiques too, and selling it keeps us in scratch. But really, we're trying to hunt down all these evil doodads and neutralize them so nobody gets hurt. And Uncle Murray went out to get one and never came back. That's the long and short of it, yeah. What do you say? Are you in? Okay, absolutely. I'm always up for crazy adventure. Well, yeah, I can't leave him in the lurch like this. I don't like the sound of it, but he's family, so we have no choice. Okay, I'm always up for crazy adventure. Great! You hear the shop door opening, and after a moment, a goblin pokes her head into the office. Hello? Oh, hey, that's so timing. Hey, Gabby. Mary's sister Kid showed up. Come meet her. Hi, Gabby. Pleased to meet you. I go by him, actually. I go by them, actually. And this actually works. And since this option might piss some people off, I go by them, actually. Hi, Gabby. Pleased to meet you. Hi, hello. The pleasure is all Gabby's. Gabby, would you be a dear and carry their luggage to Mary's room and grab some blankets and stuff all out of the cupboard? They can sleep there till we find Mary. You've got it. Gabby picks up his suitcase and carries it through a door in the back of the room. Great, I could really use some sleep. Yeah, the desk is a mess. Ask Jessica about it. Whose desk is this? Murray's. I keep nagging at him to straighten up before someone bumps into it and we have to call the National Guard to dig them out of the avalanche. With curse-proof shovels and a squad of exorcists handy. Anyway, best not to mess with it. Will do. I mean, I won't. Anything that I can do here? There's nobody is this that. Hey, Jessica, whose desk is this? Charles was, our handyman. He's off fixing a leak on the roof right now, but he'll be back later tonight. I see. Chess, and we cannot play. White cat is snoozing on an old towel. What's this cat named? Calliope. Murray got her a couple of years ago. Screech behind the cat's ears. Give Calliope a good screeching, but she doesn't react at all. Why doesn't Calliope like me? She'll warm up eventually. Try giving her some sardines. She loves those. Do you have any sardines? No, we're all out. You can get some more tomorrow. They have them at the Cola Wars surplus store next door. Fair enough. Modern radio stats here in defiance of the concept of antiques. Okay, so I guess all I can do is go back to. This is your new bedroom, apparently. You can hear Gabby bustling around in there, making the bed and such. Hang on a sec, you can't go to sleep yet. I'm pretty sure I can. I bet I could do it right here while I'm still standing up. Ah, well, I hate to spring this on you, but there's something we need you to do before the night's over. Wow, a mission already? You know those cursed artifacts I was talking about? Since the info on them is so sketchy, we've been working on a machine that can detect them with radio waves. I call it the Detectopron 1000. Of course. We just gotten it up and running since Murray left, and it turned out there's a tainted thing practically right on our doorstep. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, it's not great. I was gonna have Gabby go get it, that's why she came over tonight. But since you turned up out of the blue... I guess there's no time like the present. I could try and argue about doing this in the morning, but that's not an option. I'm probably not exaggerating when I say there's literally no time except for the present. What? As in, there might not be a future. You won't have far to go, it's just down the other end of the block. The readings are right. There's a newspaper office that got shut down earlier this year. It should be in there. Well, Gabby will go with you. She's good in a fight. A fight? Oh, geez. Oh, a fight? Heck yeah. Definitely, yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully it won't come to that, but you never know. Hey, Gabby. Gabby reappears with an expectant grin. Go to the newspaper office with Vivian and help them get that hat, okay? Okay, Gabby is ready for an action. Let's mosey. Gabby has joined as companion. Grumpy, tired, or excited. I still wonder how do you make an excited sigh. Alright, fine. Said it's a hat, a cursed hat. According to the readout, yeah. A men's fedora, probably. And I'm supposed to, what, just break in and take it? Well, not break exactly. I managed to finagle a spare key out of the guy at the realtor's office. I'm pretty sure that still counts as breaking and entering. You'll be in and out and back here and in bed before you know it. Right, of course. Jessica gave you this key to the newspaper office so you can retrieve a cursed hat for her. Let's do this. I guess I have no. Wait, what? Not sure what this clock is telling, but it sure isn't time. Okay, if anything, it looks like it's almost 3 a.m. Okay, police, everything closed, condemned. This precious reach has exceeded Scan's grasp. Secure Cerberus building alone. Let's lay the bank is closed. Okay, it's time to bust in here and find a weird cursed hat. Take a deep breath and unlock the door. You give the key to Gabby for safekeeping. And to be honest, I thought that the newspaper building would look, I don't know, a little bit different. Then again, this is old shit. So I guess it's kinda looks proper. Okay. Whoever worked at this desk forgot the couplings. Let's take them. Plus one mysticality. The left one is engraved, always check, and the right one says your sources. It really makes you think. And let's put these on. There's a pink slip on the desk. Indian, I'm not paying you to publish cockmaying conspiracy theories. In fact, I'm not paying you at all anymore. Clean out your desk and hit the road. Grover Burgess, editor-in-chief. Yes. Do you like the word cockmaying that I used up there? It's a slang term I coined. It means ridiculous or implausible. I think it's really gonna catch on. Maybe in Australia? There's a half-finished letter in a typewriter. The letter reads, Reginald, I think Burgess is onto us. We got careless. In fact, maybe I shouldn't be typing this out as a letter instead of just talking to you in person. Why am I doing this? Meet me out of the water cooler this afternoon. Oh crap, here comes Burgess with a pink slip. Sincerely. It doesn't say who it's from. The writer must have gotten fired before they could type their name. Also, under the water cooler? What's that all about? You'll see. Oh, hey, it's one of those new arcane press news feeds things. High tech. Right, because magic exists in this world. Parisian bards declare independence, claim Bosch Tavern as sovereign city-states. Prohibition agents confiscate 40 barrels of wine, 10 cheese wheels, and some nice fresh honeycomb also seized. Right. There's a half-finished document in a typewriter. Government corruption at all-time high. This could also apply to current times. The government has once again slashed funding to city services and social programs, citing waste, but without offering any supporting figures or explaining where the funds have been relocated to. Additionally, anonymous sources reported it cuts off abruptly, maybe as a result of the pink slip next to the typewriter. This is way too real. Read the slip. Curtis, I've told you once, I've told you 100 times, not enough people buy the paper anymore to keep the lights on in this joint. Electricity is expensive because it is a very recent innovation. As such, fully half of your salary is paid by government subsidies. This is to say that the hand that feeds you is the hand you keep biting. We go way back, buddy, but you've given me no choice. Clean out your desk and scram. Grover Bergey's editor-in-chief. Yeah, this was meant to be a little bit, like an escape from reality. You see the corner of a note sticking out from under the desk blotter. The note says, Tucker, I got you that bottle you wanted. I stuck it under the water cooler where the Bergeys can't find it and rat us out to the Proteus back. Under the water cooler, eh? Sure, it's still not there, but it couldn't hurt to check. And a handwritten note. The note says, Robson, has hinted and Carver who's next. Venable says if Bergeys counts for him, he's gonna karate chop his death in half. Sincerely, Curtis. Yes, what's a karate? Okay, coffee. There's a little bit of very, very old coffee left in this percolator. Okay. Pouring yourself this cup of coffee is the first step on a short, nasty journey. A few months ago, somebody decided this coffee wasn't good enough to drink. I apparently disagree with that decision. Increases my maximum AP, okay? Crumpled picking slip. However, I can't believe I have to tell you this, but it is against company policy for an employee to steal the printing press. You're fired. You're so fired. I need a new phrase to describe it. I'm giving you the axe. Then I see your face in here. I will both give you the axe and set you on fire. Robert Burgess, editor-in-chief. Yes. How did you even lift it? You must have had what? 5 accomplices? Unbelievable. And make a mental note to never pick a fight with this Carver person. Definitely. 3-ring binder. Pneumatic tube system operational manual. This will come in handy in just a bit. Ew, nasty old leftovers. Reduces an enemy's muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 3. A very good thing, actually. Looks like Venable made good on his threat. Nothing. Venable must have taken all his stuff out before smashing it. Archives? I'll get to those in just a bit. It's a big, heavy water cooler, and it's got something to hide. Yep, a trapdoor. Okay, so there are the fish people, but I'm not going to fight them. It's an underground press, literally. There's still a newspaper left in it. Take the paper. What do we have here? You got an item. Let's read it. It's more of a manifesto, specifically calling out the government's suppression of the local newspaper and the importance of a free press. There's also an amusing but puzzling cartoon about the dog arresting a mouse for throwing a brick at a cat's head, which the cat didn't seem to mind. Interesting. It's a calendar from 11 years ago. Take a close look. There's a huge black skull scrawled on July 22nd, 1917. Huh, what happened then? And this is something that we will see in just a bit. The control panel for the pneumatic tube system. Check it out. You can consult the manual, but okay, first we push the green button, yes. Now, pull the lever. Yellow light is glowing on the console. Consult the manual. So the power is on, the pump engaged, adjust the suction rate according to this pressure diagnostic. The rate indicator light is on. Set the suction set just to A. If the blue, if the green, and it's yellow. So that's the bit of a trial and error. So let's try. Turn the knob. This is something that, like I said, usually trial and error sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. But it seems that the first pick was the correct one, and I could avoid the fight. Well, someone's going to get some very strange mail. What were those things anyway, and what were they doing down here? Were they trying to start an underwater newspaper? That wouldn't work. The ink would smear. Yeah, and there it is. This must be the hat Jessica wanted you to recover. You got an item. Terribly cursed fedora. It doesn't look cursed, but it has a palpable aura of menace about it. An ominous, vaguely person-shaped stain on the ground. Surely nothing happened here. And now let's take a look over here. Which day would you like to look the archives for first? The October 14th? Tragic accident certain to have no consequences. Tragedy occurred yesterday evening when Hiram O. Kearns, owner of the first mass-produced commercial automobile registered in the state, accidentally struck and killed the state's first hitchhiker. So, a person standing on the side of the road attempting to solicit transportation from passing motorists. Fortunately for Mr. Collins, the notion that vengeful spirits of the dead might haunt the places of their demises, murders, phantasmagoric rage has been rejected by modern science as rather unlikely, wouldn't you say? Yeah, unlikely, definitely. And now, the July 22nd. The top story from that date is the Ocean City's comptroller's passing of an overly complicated sidewalk right-of-way policy that outlawed street-side newspaper vending machines and limited the maximum allowed width of newsstands to 4 feet. The study continues to say that watchful eye management raised concerns about loss of revenue, and the comptroller made a vague promise to divert city funds to make up for any future shortfall. Yes, looks like it worked out great for everybody. So basically, this is the thing. Whenever you find an actual funny date, here you will be able to get some information on it. But now, let's get back and let's decurse the hat. How's it going? Did you find a hat? I found a hat. I guess it's the one you meant. It doesn't look unusual. Although, yeah, well, it does creep me out a bit. I can't really put my finger on why. I know what you mean. It feels kind of like you have a headache, except you don't actually. More like a feeling of dread, like something terrible is about to happen, but I don't know what is it yet. Well, that is definitely not related. The fact that I need you to take the hat and go sit in that machine over there. Why? That's our uncursing machine. Gotta get a curse off that hat, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But, what? Can't we just put the hat in the machine? Why do I need to be involved? Because the machine needs a mind to guide the uncursing process. To get it, you'll lift the curse from the hat and transform it into a sort of allegorical dream space that the machine can transfix. What? Sorry, I know it's a lot. Let me rephrase. The uncursing machine uses your subconscious mind to drive a wedge between an item and its curse. The item is cleansed relatively easily, but that doesn't negate the curse fully. Once separated from the item, the machine stores the curse and allows you to physically project into it to try and resolve the metaphorical scenario at the core of its existence. That's where things can get a little weird. Yeah, I know it sounds crackers, but we just have to give it a try to understand. Thanks. And that's Charles. You must be Charles Wallace. I'm Vivian. And I am pleased to meet you, Vivian. What do you do around here? Oh, you general handyman sort of stuff. I keep the lights on and while running. Build the Detectatron and the uncursing machine too. Wow, that's some real high-tech wizardry. That's nothing really. How does that weird uncursing machine work? I only built the thing. I can't begin to tell you how it works. The inputs are all wired up to a little porcelain cat figurine that Mary found somewhere. Oh, that's weird. In a real traditional sense here. Nothing right now, Charles. Okay, so let's uncurse. You sit in a chair, which is surprisingly comfortable, and pull the weird metal dome thing down over your head. What would you like to uncurse today? Determinedly curse Fedora. No sooner have you set down the machine with a hiss positively whips the Fedora straight up into the dome. The hat rattles around in there angrily like a snake and salmon mixer, and after a good loud minute, flops limp and wet into your lap. Whatever ominous energy once possessed the terribly cursed hat is gone. It is now simply a terrible hat. Uncursed Fedora. The hat is clean, both spiritually and laundrily. It calls itself still lives, transfixed as a dreamlike construct within the machine. Now, how do I get rid of that curse? See, curses are like energy, Vivian. They can't be created or destroyed, only changed. Can't remember who said that. Isaac Newman? Newton? Newton Newman, yeah. That machine knows how to take a curse from one object and put it on itself. But as for how you change a curse, I don't know. That's some higher consciousness spiritualist stuff. Don't know much about that. I'm more of a Newton Newman sort of guy. If Fedora's curse bosses around the innards of this machine, daring you to come project your consciousness inside it. Sounds safe. I'll do just that. Federal Reserve. Lovely. What do that? I heard thy death call, creature. Rest now, I will find and thy murder. I don't know what kind of accent I should be giving to these guys. Though now who I am and why am I here? I, Cutter, there has been a murder. What knowest thou of murder? That I did not do the murder, and that is all. What more have thee for me? Only like this. Oh, no, only like this. I am one of the three brothers. One of us always tells the truth. One of us always lies, and the third of us does not speak at all but honks. If I find in thee a liar, there is nothing I can do to save thee. I, Cutter, thou art a servant of the wood. Blessed be her branches. Okay, big power in the wood today, Cutter. A tree has fallen in the forest, and it has made a sin. Not me a sinner, that I assure thee. Thou claim to be without sin? None of us is without sins, but mine do not run to murder. Then whose? Look for my brother. Thy brother speaketh of three brothers. One who always lies, one who always tells the truth, and one who does not speak at all but hunks. What speaking thee of this? This is fairy talk. No thing has honken in this land since Mother Duck laid the big egg. No honken since then? No, sire. Okay. Something is rotten in the woodcutter. Hey, I'm order. This perversion's at its source. Speak to me of perversions. Maybe on my AD account. I have nothing to say, for I do not tarry with them. What do thou tell on me? I am troubled by the murder, but of it I know no thing. I warn thee, my forgiveness makes no room for liars. Thou wilt do what thou must, Cutter, I have no doubt. My brothers speaking of three brothers, yes, one who always lies, one who always tells the truth, and one who does not speak at all but honks. What speaking thee of this? I do not honken, sire, I swear upon it. Never hast thou honken? Never, never. There's a sin in mine eyes. Flow back to you. Speaking to the first three. I say I did not do the murder. I also say I am one of the three brothers, okay. Don't lie about honken. What say? Thy brothers honken not. Thou wouldst lie to the Cutter of the wood. Thou wouldst do murder in the wood. I, thou had the right of it. I sought only to distract thee whilst I making my escape. Goodbye, Cutter. Do not run from me, tree. Yeah. Thou do not run? Nay, I grow on. In 100 years I will have grown so tall and strong, thine axe will never fall on me. But I will not wait 100 years. Die, murder. But this is not fair. Well, shit, too bad. Big rot in the wood today, Carter, and... Wait, what? No, that's not you. You don't talk like that. Dark thoughts of trees, ashes, and bloody sap cling to your skin. You shake them off like dreadful cobwebs. You're not sure what just happened, but as you turn over the formerly terribly cursed Fedora in your hands, you feel confident that the curse which plagued this touchy little felt thing is finally gone for good. You put the hat back on. It nearly sparkles now. Upgrade. So, an extra 5 to maximum HP. Uncursing objects makes them even better. Now all you've got to reckon with is whether you're the kind of person who goes around wearing a fedora. It'll do. Okay, we are done. How did it go? It worked, I guess? Great, what was it like? I had some kind of crazy dream. There was a woodcutter that was here, I guess. And these talking trees, and one of them had sinned. You know what, never mind, some kind of crazy dream is plenty of me. Okay, so let's go back to our room. I know that it's definitely over an hour right now, but I want to finish the prologue in this episode, and then I'm going to stick to just 1 hour per episode. A simple writing desk with no chair or pencil, paper or anything. Shelf of knickknacks. There's an old ragdoll on the top shelf. Must have been left by the previous tenant. Absolutely nothing. A television set, you've heard of these. Unfortunately, no shows have been invented yet. Because, of course. Finally, time to get unpacked and get some sleep. Yeah, what the heck? You step out the planes, but it's a total loss. Everything you own has been reduced to ash. Everything? Everything except, bizarrely, the stamp from Murray's letter. Nice. The stamp from the letter Murray wrote to you was the only survivor of your luggage inferno. It's got a picture of a cute dog on it. Really? It isn't even charred. Maybe magically protected? You are very ready for this day to be over. It's a poster of my favorite literary ghost. Nice. Lots of people in this hallway, it seems. What's wrong with your face? Hello. Hello. I don't know who I am either, but so okay, let's go with this one. Do you know which locker is mine? I can't remember which locker is mine. I'm sorry, I don't know. It's alright, I'll figure it out eventually. Okay, let's see. Investigate 6 lockers. Check the first one. You open the first locker to reveal a thriving colony of ants. Second one, full of peanut butter. Third one, the third locker contains a tiny shrine to Babe Ruth. Fourth one is empty. The fifth one is filled with cookbooks, but they're all in French. The sixth one. Sixth locker opens onto the vast, uncaring emptiness of space. You slam it shut quickly so as not to suffocate. The seventh one. There isn't a seventh one. I said check the seventh one. And I said there are only 6 lockers. Check the 7th locker now. Okay, geez, you looked into the 7th locker. It's filled with old school papers. Look at the papers. They've all got your name on them. They're your papers. How I Spent My Summer by Vivian Taylor, age 6. This summer I visited my Uncle Murray. Uncle Murray is funny. He knows magic. I had a fun time with Uncle Murray. The end. Look under the papers. You find the overdue library book. I checked this book out 13 years ago, and I have spent the last 12 years and 50 weeks feeling slightly guilty about not returning it. Real. Okay. And nice faces you've got there. Do you know which locker is mine? I can't remember. I know which one is yours. Let's go with the 6th one. Okay, thank you. I could pick the 7th one, and then the person would turn into us. I don't know how it works, but it does. Our founder, Brownworth Grove 1 Kills the Third. Lovely. This lady looks friendly. Hello there, you must be... She flips through the book on her desk. Ah, here we are. Taylor. Vivian Taylor. Yes, I am Vivian Taylor. I'm your academic advisor. It's time for you to choose your class. But I dropped out. In real life, certainly, you must however choose a class. Nah. Oh, I get it. This is right. Take a character class. Now then, it looks like there are 3 classes for you to choose from. There's Advanced Kicking and Throwing. This class is for pig skinners. Then we have Overview of Curd Conjuring. This is a class for cheese wizards. And finally, Weird Time Signatures 504. This course is for jazz agents. And I'm gonna be real. I'm going with being a jazz agent. Not only because they have pretty cool skills, but also because of the fact that they have custom battle music, which is freaking amazing. So we're going with being a jazz agent. Masters of syncopation and improvisation, jazz agents use their rhythm and moxie to move through the world in style. In combat, they attack with subtlety, weakening their enemies and stacking the odds in their favor over time. That sounds like what I want. Alrighty, you're a jazz agent. The name's Taylor, Vivian Taylor. Now then, there's just the minor matter of your minor. It looks like you've already completed it, but it doesn't say what you studied. Okay, so, cryptobotany, applied insectology, psychology of rocks. Now let's go with psychology of rocks. This stuff is too random, it's mostly for gathering stuff for crafting, but I just think that psychology of rocks is funny. Ah, psychogeologists, so you know a lot about rocks and gems and their hopes and dreams. Absolutely. Well, with that, I believe we're done. Feel free to wake up and go about your day. How would I go about doing that? Just through that door. Thank you. And I say at this says this doorway leads back to your waking life. Go on through. Thank you. And there we go. You're awake, feeling surprisingly refreshed. Yesterday's adventures leaving you none the worse for wear. Your effects reset each day. So yeah, there is no challenge mode in here, not in this sense at least. Because difficulty, yeah, out of the difficulty of 5 stat challenges and some puzzles, but that's about it. That's about it. You cannot do everything in a single day simply because of the fact that between chapters you just have to go to bed. You just have to go to bed between every single chapter. So at least this is the moment where I can say that I don't have to worry about challenging myself and not falling unconscious. So this will be just a regular, relatively chill playthrough. But since it's been quite a while, but as I said, I wanted to go through the entire prologue at the very beginning, for the first episode to set the mood for everything. Yeah, we managed to get through the prologue. Chapter 1 is technically starting now with this day. So it's time for me to wrap everything up. So, without any further delay, that's all for today's episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Have a great one.